Welcome to the Pattern Recognizer. Most people are running programs they never chose. Today we expose one of those patterns, see exactly how it works, and discover the precise shift that can set you free. Let's begin. Have you ever noticed how you pause at the threshold of something you want, waiting unconsciously for an unseen nod? It feels small at first, a delayed reply, a hesitation before asking for a raise, a lifetime of postponing joy until someone else says it's permitted. But that pause is not polite hesitation. It is an inherited checkpoint, and the moment you recognize you're waiting for permission to live, everything changes. Awareness shifts the architecture of habit. I call this pattern the Ancestral Permission. Today I promise one practical tool, a precise 90-second daily practice, the permission resonance, that begins to retune your internal consent field with measurable shifts in days. No mysticism required, only clear steps and consistent attention. Let's unpack the psychological mechanism first. At the core is internalized authority, the mental recording of who in your family decided what was safe, respectable, or allowed. Those decisions became rules. Quiet at the table, don't take risks, don't speak about money earned by suffering. Over time, the nervous system encodes these rules as safety circuits. When you approach a choice, a gating function asks, is this permitted? If the answer is not a familiar yes, the alarm system favors avoidance. Add conditioned approval loops, praise for conformity, withholding for deviation, and you get a decision architecture optimized for staying within known bounds. Importantly, this is not moral blame, it's learned wiring. You are following a permission economy that evolved to keep the family whole, to reduce risk. That makes sense, but it also constrains potential. Once you see the circuitry, you can reprogram the signal instead of arguing with the output. Now the esoteric reading. Think of lineage as a triangular resonance field. Imagine 3 points. Ancestors above you, the culture sideways, and the immediate family below. Those 3 vertices form a triangle that hums at a particular frequency, a set of permissions and prohibitions encoded as emotional tone, myth, and ritual. Each generation tunes that triangle slightly, but the core pitch carries. When you act, your choice vibrates against that triangle. If the vibration matches, you pass. If not, the triangle pushes back, and the body registers rejection. The metaphor is useful because it makes the invisible visible. Permission is a frequency, not a moral ledger. It can be retuned. You are not negotiating with guilty parents or perfect villains. You are adjusting resonance patterns that can be shifted by small, repeated inputs. Here's the reframe that changes everything. Permission is not an external currency you must earn. It is an internal resonance you can tune. Imagine your boundary as a radio dial. For years you've been turning that dial based on other people's stations. Sovereignty begins when you learn you can tune to your own frequency. That flips blame into agency. Self-sabotage becomes a practical tuning problem. The work is not to defeat your family. It's to retune the field until your decisions resonate with your present intelligence. One small retune changes the next choice and the next, and suddenly the old limits fall away. Now the daily shift, the permission resonance. This 90-second practice is secular, replicable, and designed to retrain the gating circuitry. Do it morning or before any decision. Step 1. Posture, stand or sit tall, shoulders relaxed, feet rooted. Create a stable triangle between feet and heart, base and apex. Step 2. Breath. Inhale for 4 counts, hold 2, exhale for 6, repeat twice to anchor the body. Step 3. Lineage scan. For 10 seconds, name silently one voice that usually decides for you. A parent, a teacher, a family story. Don't argue with it. Simply notice its tone. Step 4. Boundary phrase. Exhale and say, either aloud or in the mind, a short phrase that claims inner consent. I give myself leave. Step 5. Secret triangle gesture. Bring fingertips of both hands to form a small triangle at your sternum. Hold for the final 20 seconds while breathing slowly. As you hold, imagine the triangle's pitch gently shifting toward your chosen phrase. The gesture acts as a physical anchor. Step 6. Release with a small nod and a quiet internal acknowledgement. One shift changes everything. Now let's do a micro demo. 90 seconds. You can follow with me. Stand or sit. Make your base. Inhale for 4. Hold 2. Exhale 6. Imagine the voice that decides for you. Name it silently. Inhale 4. Exhale and say softly, I give myself leave. Form the triangle at your sternum. Breathe slow for the remaining time. If you did that with attention, you have already shifted the permission field. Small, repeatable input rewrites the circuit. Recap. The habit is the 90-second permission resonance. Do it daily and use it before decisions. If you want deeper protocols, visit my complete library, playlists, and extended practices designed to unbind lineage programming and recompose your inner authority. Begin small. Repeat consistently. Expect measurable shifts. That is the pattern, that is the mechanism, and that is your shift today. If you're ready to decode the full architecture of your life, explore my complete library at Desmarques.com. The pattern is the prison. Awareness is the key.